Cake, Bake and Sweet Show is an Australian show for consumers who are absolutely in love, like me, with baking, cake decorating and all things cooking. I'm going to give you an insight into how I develop products for these events like the Cake, Bake and Sweet Show. So I'm going for a wood grain sort of look. This is for a demonstration. Maybe 5 drops. You're much better at this than me. You've got more muscles. Oh, so what is this? Okay, there you go. Good work. Uses a lot of glaze, but we can scrape up the excess and just recolor it black for the next one. Here we go. So you're going to spot me because this particular mold gets lots of gaps. How am I going? Any gaps?
You're going pretty good. Just a little bit on this side again, please.
Yeah, a little bit here. That looks beautiful, wood grain. Can you really compliment your own work like that? Okay.
I like it.
So as soon as it stops dripping, we'll put it down and then we'll start the tree.
I particularly like this corner.
That's the one I hate the most. Not I hate. I think that looks nice. I love this mold too. It's very pretty. Great for Christmas tree base. I'm just going to do the tricky inside circle. Okay, here we go. Put it down. Hand out, lower it down. Clap. So now time for the Christmas tree. Okay, so I'm going to do just a really thin line. It's so cold in here that my hands are freezing. We join those two together. I don't need much chocolate for the first one. I'm going to place that down because we're going to put so much more chocolate on there in that crease. And I'm going to trim that just before it sets. So let's see if we go here. So if I go here, then I do 8. Then I go in between as well. At a show like the Cake, Bake and Sweet Show, the audiences are such a huge part of these events. When you come to one of my live presentations, I think it's really important for you to ask questions, particularly of me, because I love answering them. When I'm doing a live demonstration, it's important that I'm always doing something new, fresh and unique. So I design something exclusively for each demonstration, so I'm not repeating something that I've done previously. And now for Cake, Bake and Sweet Show 2019, I'm actually doing the drawings and starting this process all over again. I like sketching because I like to see the look of the product. A lot of what I do is not tasted, so how it looks visually is what actually attracts people to the product. So at the start, I just go for the look before I actually allocate flavors. This one's obviously Christmas. Christmas has so many beautiful flavors to choose from. So after I've done this, then I look at allocating flavors. Because I think Christmas time is one of the periods of the year that you actually do a little bit more. So from here, once I actually do the design, I allocate the internal structure of the product and how I want the inside to actually look, and only then do I allocate flavor and create a recipe. So if you like, this is a first draft. So some elements of this are really quite easy, but I always like to challenge myself and therefore challenge people. But also by challenging myself, it's how you pick up new skills. I like this finish on the outside because it reminds me or replicates a candy cane, which is really Christmassy. And I have a philosophy, I think there's no point putting something out there unless A, it looks amazing, B, it tastes beautiful, but it also has to be achievable. Taste test. It's still a bit frozen, so it's hard to see. I reckon there's a little bit too much gelatin in there, but flavors are perfect. Coconut white chocolate, raspberry jelly, chocolate crema, and then we've got a white chocolate glaze. The most difficult or challenging part of this cake is actually to get the marble finish, whether to do it in a glaze that won't actually set, or whether to actually do it in a chocolate finish or coating, or whether to do it actually in a rolled chocolate coating. So there's 3 different scenarios, and to be honest, I'm not sure which one is going to look best. The chocolate flour for me is quite simple. It needs to be very delicate, very feminine, very pretty, because it needs to contrast with the marble finish. Sometimes when I develop a product at the start, I think it might be quite simple, then it becomes more complex, and I'm quite amazed with the number of people that actually replicate the product and share it with me, which is really inspiring for me. Now with both of this year's recipes tested and tasted, I'm now ready for this year's Cake, Bake and Sweet Show demonstrations. Hope to see you there. If you enjoyed that episode, you will love my channel. Subscribe today for even more tutorials on chocolate and baking. Best of all, it's free, so get on it.